What's up, YouTube? Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. I have another product review for you today. This is an exciting one. It's a rear spoiler for my Model 3. This thing lights up. There's a cable that plugs in to the back here. I've never tested this before. I've never installed it before. I'll go through the installation from front to finish and then talk a little bit about the pricing and whether I think it's worth it or not. The nice thing is that this thing has an LED bar at the back end and it lights up with the brake light. Now it's not that large. It only spans about maybe 10 inches or so. This whole thing looks really, really sharp though. It's black, it matches the black color that I have. This is a 2019 Model 3. I've seen some installation videos, but none of them match kind of the older cars that I've seen. So I'm gonna go through front to finish, pulling this thing apart and then finding the wiring. This is not automated. The newer cars have the automated lift gates. This is completely manual. I have to move it myself. So there's no switch to remove. That's one of the first steps in a lot of the other videos that you'll see. But this kit comes with a little cable. This is going to allow it to power itself up using the existing brake light cable in the back. And because it has a cable, it needs to be routed above the car actually. That might be a showstopper for some of you, but I'm gonna say that it hides itself really, really well. It comes with some tape here, and this tape makes it look really cool. There's a little kind of squeegee tool. Now you do need to wet down the surface of the paint to make sure that it's clear of any debris, and then get all the bubbles out as you press down the decal here. So this is gonna go last, but let's go ahead and dismantle this thing and get started. In a lot of the videos I've seen, you have to pull this thing apart. However, on the older cars, the 2018 and 2019 cars, this plastic piece is in front of this area here, so you can't really remove it. And besides, it's quite stiff. I don't even know if you can remove it. We're gonna test that out a little bit later. But for now, what I did is I just put my fingers in here and I pulled down as hard as I could and it snapped down. There's a little clip that removed this front piece. And then I came over here and did the same thing. I just pulled. Now it is freezing cold here, so the plastic is a bit brittle, and it helps if you're in a warmer climate for sure to be doing this work here to pull these apart. There are some pieces inside of here, like watch, I'm gonna pull this down, you're gonna hear a click noise as it dismantles itself from the material. So don't be afraid of that, I would say. It's meant to come apart. Just be aware that it's going to make some loud noises. Now I'm taking a look in here. See, I just pulled down, this next piece came out. Go slowly as you go across here. And there we go, and it came down. Now I did hear some plastic pieces break apart on the inside, and that's probably just because it's so cold here right now. But looking in here, I don't see anything that got damaged per se. So we're just gonna keep on going very gently all the way around. Let's come on the other side here. Again, it probably helps to do this in warmer weather. There we go. Okay, and you're gonna see this 3M tape here. So I'm gonna start this one here on the top. There we go. See, I've started it here. And then the one on the bottom, I'm gonna remove all the way. Okay, and then this piece right here is gonna go up above and all the way around. So this has been started. We're gonna keep that folded over, and then that will peel off last. So now what we're gonna do is lower this all the way down. Thankfully mine stays put. You're gonna have to clean this area off really, really nicely. And we're gonna have to make sure this is lined up right in the center. So it's gonna take a little bit of patience here to make sure it looks right. And this again is gonna be routed right above, just like that. So I'm gonna come in here and just make sure that this is located correctly. All right, there it is. You can kind of see the final result. It looks really, really nice. It goes straight across. Now we've got the cable that's going straight above here, and before we close the trunk, we're going to open it up and see that cable underneath here, and that's the cable that we're going to want to focus on wiring in the back here. So let's take a close look at what's going on here. What I discovered is that the connector is not up in this area, which I originally thought. There's a connector up here for the older cars that looks like it would accommodate this adapter cable. However, it is actually all the way over here where the existing tail light is. So there's one here on the left, and then if you come over here on the right, there is another one for the one on the right. So you have to choose whichever one that you want to tap into. So I'm going to use the one on the left, and what I found is that there's a little red tab here. So what you need to do is get a screwdriver and pull this down, and it actually pulls the whole connector out, as you can see, in one full swoop. Now I got lucky there. Normally you pull that down and then you can basically pull the rest out, but this red tab actually pulls the whole connector out. So you can see the tab there that's facing me. That's going to go here next to the red tab. And you're going to press it into place and push it all the way in, all the way down. And you'll hear it actually snap in place. I don't know if you could hear that. And then once that's in place, you press the red thing down again. And now you're all set. You've actually now tapped into it. Here is the additional piece here that now is going to go into the existing adapter. So you're going to press this up into place. It's going to snap, and then you press this gray tab in, and now you're all set. Now this little white connector has to mate up with this here. So we're going to connect these. I have to undo the zip tie here to give it enough reach. And then what I'm going to do is use some black tape and just tape it right up in here so that it stays out of the way and doesn't rattle around. There we go. I put some tape right here after making the connection, and then some tape here as well. And everything is now in place. So we can now put the big plastic piece back up in here and then close the trunk. And then we'll put the tape on the front. And the last step here is to use this decal here, and we're going to undo it, and then it's just going to ride straight up here. And we've got a lot of room for error because this thing is super, super long, as you can see. There's no reason to use all of this. We'll just use a small portion of it. What I discovered is that that long strip goes all the way down the backside of the car to give it a real sporty look. You'll have this little yellow kind of squeegee. This is somewhat useful. I mean, there's some air bubbles, but you can pretty much do this with your fingers. There's some small little bubbles. I'll zoom in here and show you. You can see I have some bubbles there. So I mean, you can spend some time and squeegee those out, but if you're very careful, I think initially on the first run, you can get those out of there just fine. And this is just like if you've ever put a protective cover on your phone, you'll know that these bubbles happen. And there, that one just popped, that one went away. Just a little bit of work to get those out of there. And there you can see it is the finished product. I love that it has that little lift there. Here you can see the lip here on the right side. It looks really, really sharp. And that adhesive tape is going to hold that down really, really nice. Let's test out the brake light feature and see how that looks. Okay, I just opened up my doors and the brake lights won't turn on until I get into the car here. And we'll go ahead and press on the brakes. And there they're on. And I'll let up on them, okay, and then I'll press them down again. Let up, press down again, and it lights up really nicely. Now I'm going to step on the brakes again, and I'm going to put the car into reverse. And I'm just going to go back a little bit, just like that. A little bit more, perfect. And then what I'm going to do is now I have the brake pedal turned on. I'm going to put it into drive, and I'm going to go forward just a tiny bit. So while you're driving, as you can see, it stays on, which is kind of nice. I'm going to put it into park now. So I'm pushing on the brake pedal, letting go of the brake pedal, pushing on the brake pedal again, letting go of the brake pedal, and I'm going to put it now into park. And I'm going to push on the brake pedal, let go of the brake pedal, gives you an idea of how it operates. Okay, the door is open, getting out. And now I'm going to close the door. And there everything turns off. All right, so there you have it. I think this is cool and it actually blends in really nicely. It's not too obvious. You know, some spoilers are like, whoa, they stand out. I don't really want to stand out. I just want to look a little bit different. And for me, this is going to be a great addition. And I was able to smooth out all of the bubbles here. One little thing I have to point out, there is a small quality defect that I noticed on this, and I don't know if it's just the one that I have, but I've reported it to the factory so that if you choose to purchase something like this, you can be rest assured that it will be fixed, hopefully. I'm gonna really emphasize the fact that they need to make sure that that is addressed. But if you are interested in picking this up, use my discount code or feel free to use my discount code TechGeek for, it varies between 30% to even more than that, depending on the time of year. But I can say with a high degree of confidence that my discount code will give you the steepest discount on Tlyard.com. All right, the question that all of you have been waiting for, is this product worth it? If you are a rear spoiler type of person, then yes, I think this really stands out. It gives that lift effect. So the right and left are offset. It's kind of higher up. It looks really, really sharp, and it will make your car stand out among all the other Model 3s, and that is for sure. Now, as far as the price goes, is the price worth it? I think so. I mean, it would be nice if it was carbon fiber. I will give you that, but at the end of the day, when you use my discount code with 25% off, the total price comes to $186.75. Now, you do need to add on taxes and shipping to that, but at the end of the day, as long as there's no defects, and I did check with the factory, initially they said, take it apart, snap it back in, and that problem will go away. Well, guess what? There's 7 screws, and when you try to take it apart, you can damage the plastic a little bit. So that was not the best answer. I have been working with them to make sure that they do better quality control. So I think you can be rest assured that when you get yours from Tlyard, I can't guarantee from any other manufacturer over in China, but from Tlyard, you are going to get a high quality product. So keep that in mind. I have made that crystal clear because at that price point, you really don't want to deal with those hassles. So with that said, does it improve the drag coefficient? Is it less turbulence in the back? Is it a smoother flow of air? That I've driven about 200 miles now with it, and I haven't observed any significant decrease in the debris and dust and dirt buildup on the back. And I also don't have a wind machine to confirm the drag coefficient. I don't know if it's actually reducing the drag in the back, but like I said, it really, really stands out. If you use that decal and go all the way across in the back, especially there, you are going to really stand out. I think it would look better on a white car, to be honest, than a black car, but that decal really makes it pop. It gives it an extra added effect. So that brake light too, that's a really cool feature. I absolutely love that. Now I definitely recommend if you install this to do it in warmer weather, because when it's extremely cold outside, those little connectors and fasteners in the back get very brittle. So that's one recommendation. And if I could do everything all over again, I would make sure that it was at least above freezing when I did the tests or when I installed it. But other than that, I think this thing is sharp, and it really is up to you whether it's worth it or not. For me, 50-50, and that's mainly because I'm not a rear spoiler type of person. I'm also not a person that craves to drive in a race car. But again, everybody's different in that regard. So you have to apply it to your own use cases and what type of utility and satisfaction you would get out of a product like this. Hopefully this review is helpful. I am not being sponsored or paid extra by Tlyard in any way to promote this product. They just sent me it and said, hey, tell us what you think. And they said, tell us the bad and the good. So this is as impartial of a review as you can possibly get. I think that 3M tape after 24 to 48 hours will settle, so make sure you line it up really, really nicely before you install it. But other than that, I give this product a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.